All right, so working on the French polishing for this Octave Mandolin here. And got the sealer coat on. I've got about half-pound cut of shellac diluted there, and then the walnut oil, and then pipettes. One has the shellac, one has denatured alcohol. Although I'm using the Bacol solvent. So I've had to sand the backboard back several times. I just didn't really like the vibe I was getting. So I've sanded it back several times, restained. That's kind of the story of my life. Got the pad. I've already put on shellac, gone back and forth, and now I'm gonna do the swirls. We kind of melt it all together. So been about an hour into the session right now. I've done the soundboard, the sides, the neck, and getting close. So whenever I feel like, oh man, this is getting really close to being done, and I kind of get excited, then I see something I'm like, oh, that sucks, and then I end up, it's always like one step forward, two step back type thing. So I try to stay kind of zen, like, okay, well, I'm just gonna keep trying my best for today, and hopefully I don't fuck anything up too bad. So I'm just basically using a very diluted form of the shellac, a little bit of walnut oil as a lubricant, and I'm basically very lightly doing the swirl marks. That's kind of blending all the other layers of shellac together, kind of melting everything. I'm using the light to kind of help guide me, and I can see, you know, where the little trail of where it's gassing off. Every time I think I'm not going to French polish it ever again, you know, I just keep coming back to it because I think it's just like the best finish. Tonally, visually, even like tactile wise, I think it's just really the way to go. Yeah, it takes more time, I think, on the front end of things, but I think it's just gorgeous. Easier to repair. I think it weathers and wears a lot more nicely than, like, say, like a nitro type finish. Anyway, I also find it very meditative. It's a good excuse to kind of slow down in a world that kind of keeps wanting you to speed up more and more. You know, I think it's a good exercise to purposely kind of pump the brakes on that. I'm also listening to like an audiobook that I'm just like totally sucked into, called Demon Copperhead. Oh my god, it's like an incredible book. I'm only on like chapter 18 or something. There's like almost like 60 chapters in it. But anyway, it's perfect for French polishing. Dude, that's looking really awesome. Again, I don't want to like jinx myself, but I don't know how you can see it, but it's looking really pretty nice. So that's where I'm at right now. I'll show you the front. Front might have gassed off a bit, so it might not be super awesome right now, but you can kind of see it's building real nice, bit by bit. And that's just with, like, you know, it's cool how much kind of gloss you can get after just, you know, a little bit of work. I also like it too, like different lighting, you just get totally different different vibes. Anyway, blah blah blah. That's what I'm working on right now. My goal is to have this done by the end of next week, or this week. Today's Sunday, so Thursday, Friday, Saturday, somewhere in there. Assuming like disaster doesn't strike. So fingers crossed, no disasters. Keep moving.